I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins, bringing you some important news if you're living in the Toronto area. Now, we see what's happening in New York, and it's the inevitable. It's happening. It's like trying to stop the wind. So with COVID cases getting out of control here, we're almost at 1 million cases so far. These are people that have been tested for it, and that are just basically waiting on the sidelines. Either they're in self-quarantine or in quarantine, or in isolation area, or isolated, or in areas to combat this, and most people will get over this, or get it and not even know they have it, right? But a lot of people will succumb to this, and that's the scary part of it. So United States right now is in first place, followed by Italy, Spain. Every other country on this list up here is going to pass China, because China apparently has no more cases to report. So here it is, guys. Here, let me reset this. This is, oh, it went up another 10,000 cases reported. So let's go down a little the ads. Here it goes. So United States in first place with 214,000 cases, 25,000, and they're looking at total deaths at 5,000. And if you've been watching this on the channel, you will know that we have been counting this down for the last 2.5 months. So we're now on day 6. We're 6 days to go for it to go hockey stick in Canada. When I say hockey stick, Supreme Cannon says it a lot on the show. It means it's going to go from this on the graph to this. And why? Because you're going to see the breaking points on hospitals in the northwestern hemisphere. United States and Canada will see breaking points. They'll see massive breaking points where hospitals cannot take in people, and they're going to start telling people to self-quarantine and stay home. And this is the problem with this, because our infrastructure is very poorly funded, and it hasn't been... I don't know what's happening with the medical infrastructure. I haven't followed it in a long time, since I was pretty much in high school. So it's not looking good. So they want to prepare so a New York City outbreak won't happen, but there's no way of stopping it. It's like stopping the wind, right? So why? Because Canada was very slow at... I think there's still flights coming in from China into Canada anyway, every day. So the country where the epicenter broke out, everyone went to the Commonwealth. 2 weeks before this virus broke out, we were covering this, that there was a 2-week window where China was informing that something serious was going on, and they might lock down the city of Wuhan. And this is 2 weeks before they locked down the city. Everybody with this jumped on a plane and went out to the Commonwealth, whether it's Australia, UK, Canada, or Western United States and New York. So wherever they went, they took this with them, right? And the delay of closing flights was even worse. So here it is, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to set a reminder for trends in the housing market or Mike in the Night this Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Mike in the Night. Here it is, guys. Be prepared to stay inside for up to 3 months. Toronto top doctor warns. That's 16 weeks, guys. And that's just 16 weeks for the first wave of the virus to go around. Apparently, we can't take China's word on anything because they're a bunch of liars. And you could take whatever the Communist Party tells you, take it and stick it in the garbage. The reason why Canada and Australia are in the situation they're going to be in the next week is because they've been following China's numbers, and they've been believing what China was saying. First, China said it was nothing to worry about. China worked so hard to hide this. And then a couple of weeks after that, things started to get out of hand. China said, oh, it's only affecting people 80 years and up. And then they lied. They lied. So Canada's been taking the word of China as true gold. And that's the problem. And that's the problem when countries have relations with countries they could barely... I wouldn't say anything that they say as gospel. I wouldn't say... yeah. Toronto's top doctor said that the residents will likely have to remain at home and only venture outside for the most essential needs for the next 12 weeks, amid the surging number of cases of COVID-19 locally that has placed the city in an alarming trajectory. Dr. Eileen de Villa made a comment on Wednesday, which is today, as she issued sweeping new recommendations to help limit the spread of COVID-19, recommendations that Mayor John Tory says amount to locking the city down as much as any municipal government possibly could. De Villa said that she is recommending in the strongest possible terms that all Torontonians remain in their homes except for medical appointments, to shop for groceries no more than once a week, or to walk their dog to get exercise. So this is really tough, especially people living in condos. I've been talking about the condo situation for since early January of this year. How when people walk out into the hallway in their condominium, they're sharing air because the ventilation system in condos, they share the ventilation on each floor. And that's why somebody in Hong Kong on the 10th floor got the virus with somebody that had it on the second floor. So this is why it's a huge issue, right? So this is going to be a huge. This is when we need to come together right now and really, really start putting our hands together and praying and hoping, that let's see. We are 6 days away, according from my graph that we've been following here on the channel. We are 6 days away, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens when this hits our shores. When it really starts to hit and go hockey stick, because this stuff could be dormant in us. The Pentagon released a report, 6 to 10 weeks could be inside us, and we don't even know it. They actually extended it from 6 to 10 weeks, believing that the virus could stay dormant in somebody for that long. So where did it go here? A very long battle. She goes in quotation saying, "This is not favorable trajectory as your medical officer and health. I am deeply concerned," she said. "I realize I depict a very stark picture here, but is one thing that is honest and true. Given this is our current situation, it is my belief that we must absolutely implement stronger measures to avoid the type of results we are seeing in places like New York City." We will see, same thing. But the question is, my main question, we will see, it's going to become like New York City, if not even worse, because of the amount of flights that have been coming in from China and other hotspots like Iran. So my question to you guys is, could our hospital system hold, or do we have the safety nets in place to basically support? So I read an article the other day that they're converting some of those civic centers into morgues and makeshift hospitals. Here it is, guys, in Canada. Toronto's COVID-19 cases are skyrocketing. Dr. Davila is deeply concerned. Again, same thing, same article. The city has recently been taking the heightened measures to ensure that people respect the emergency protocols that the city as well as the province have put into place. So you got provincial law, you got municipal law, and you got federal law, right? So this basically goes on to say what she... See, nearly every crime rate has dropped in Toronto except murder. So it looks like crime's going down, that less people are out and about, and which is a good sign. You get your pros and cons of everything. And with this, I'm very sad to say that this is going to be... We're going to be here on the channel to talk it through. Don't forget to join in for Mike in the Night Mind Games, because on Mike in the Night Mind Games, don't forget to set your reminder for this, because we're actually going to be talking about the psychological impact. So if you're in quarantine and you want to call us on the show, go ahead and do that. If you're in quarantine, you lost your job, or you're between jobs, or you're in a tough situation, or you're bored, call into the show. We'll like to hear your situation and what's going on. Guys, tonight, trends in the housing market. Don't forget to set your reminder for trends in the housing market, where we talk about economy, job losses, job gains, potential, anything. At this time, we want to hear some good news in the housing market's going to go down, but I'm saying potentials for people that have been waiting on the sidelines. I don't know. Just put a positive spin on things. Let me know what you guys think. Guys, don't forget to... don't forget to support me on... If you want to support the transmission, go on Patreon. Links up top. I'm on Patreon, guys, if you want to support me. And donate $1 a month for coffee. If you want to buy Mikey coffee, go ahead and buy me coffee. $1 a month, and I do use the money to buy coffee, believe it or not. Here it is. Buy me coffee. Be part of the family. All money used in this upgrades the everything, so we can get better transmission out there. So be a part of the channel. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I look forward to reading your comments for 12 weeks to go in quarantine. For people that have already been in quarantine for 2 to 3 weeks, do you have enough food? Are you scared to venture out of your house? Let us know. Come on the show this Saturday. Add me on Skype. Mike Martins, MikeMartins, 1980. Let us know what your situation is. Let us know how you're coping with this COVID. Let us know any tips or tricks you could help us with to help combat this virus. I just say, you know what? Keep your hands washed, keep clean, proper etiquette when it comes to, taking care of yourself, and make sure you have Books. Read a lot of books. Just read books. Pull something off the shelf you just had there sitting there for years. You look at it every day and say, oh, I'll get to it one day. Read a book. Sit back. Flip a few pages. Comment below. Let me know. Thanks for watching.